Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about the team building, but just
Oh
briefly,
yeah,
we did a team building at the leadership team level this week, and it
yeah.
was one of those Lego skill set going into a Lego. It's called Bricks here in San Antonio. We were there for 4 hours, and
Yeah, it
just
was
some really
awesome.
cool takeaways.
Oh yeah.
What were some of your quick top takeaways?
Well, number one, I was just like relieved that it was impactful because, it seems a little like elementary. It's like you're going to play with Legos,
Hmm.
basically. And in my mind, I'm like, how is this going to like relate to leadership? But I just trusted, and I was like, shout out to Ron, who was our instructor there at Bricks. And he was awesome just at navigating us through it. And it's so interesting how you can parallel like creating or building something potentially as a team or alone, and the leadership lessons that can come out of that, right, if it is orchestrating it accordingly. So my big takeaway was like there was just a ton of value that came from that type of exercise. And I think the biggest one for me was like the communication one. So there was a part where I was like separated in a separate room, and then I had to come in and try to instruct the team on how to build something. But I had very specific like parameters where I could not like say certain colors or certain words or certain things. So I had a limited like vocabulary and things that I could tell the team. And they were getting frustrated because what happened is later the instructor let somebody else come in and say all the full details. They were able to say colors and shapes and everything.
Numbers,
And
yeah.
so, yeah, so I'm sitting over here like, WTF, dude? Like, this guy. And meanwhile, I'm like thinking the whole team hates me because they were like, why didn't Dennis just tell us this to start with? Because what you guys were initially building had the essence. You had
Yeah.
like what I thought were wings or whatever, but ended up they were flippers. And I was thinking it was a bird, but it was actually a dolphin. But
Yeah.
I couldn't say any of that. But here comes Ryan. He's like, "Yeah, it's a dolphin with
Yeah.
flippers and a tail." And then like seeing the shape just totally change to what it needed to be
Yeah.
was really cool. So the communication part of it was super interesting, and just having perspective on that was
Yeah.
nice. So what about you? What was your big takeaway?
I mean, for me, it was the planning and the strategy and
Yeah,
making sure that we see things. And we talk about it a lot when we get clients. It's like, okay, day one, I want leads. Great, we understand that, but
yeah,
are we set up to take these leads? And for us, also, it's onboarding tasks and making sure that when we onboard tasks, we're asking the right questions, we're getting the right information,
yeah,
so the SEO team isn't running around trying to do all these audits without access, or that we're just like stuck. Well, nope, I need GSC access, or I need this or that. But
yeah,
like the fact that one of them, he said, okay, I need you guys to take 30 seconds,
yeah,
look at it, and it made me question. I'm so confident in myself that when I get a task or I hear about something I'm working on, how often do I take a step back and plan, make sure I've got all the right tools necessary, and then go? Because
yeah,
I think once you get into it, it's like, okay, ready to go,
yeah.
and I just start working. And that was a really powerful move as well.
Yeah, well, what makes me think about that whole thing right now is like you've been saying lately, like we win in the setup,
Hmm.
right? Like we win when we have everything set up accordingly and expectations are set. And like that final exercise we did together, we had to put 125 Lego pieces together in like an unorthodox fashion. And no team had ever done it as fast as we had, according to Ron,
Yeah,
right? Or even complete it, right?
complete it.
Which was like very flattering. And I think we had like 5 minutes to spare, which was huge. But what did we do? We won in the setup because
Hmm.
because he said, take 30 seconds, right, before you go. And he said, a lot of times people just jump in. But
Hmm.
we were like, no, let's do this. And you had an initial idea.
Hmm.
Ryan had chimed in with his idea. Because we don't have egos and we all, work together, we landed on the best plan and then we got started. And then as we were going through, Ben had a great idea to make us more efficient and to
Hmm.
protect like the final product. And then before you know it, dude, like bam, we're done and we're getting like this great feedback. So all that to say, I think that plays right into your idea of winning the setup.